Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. Bang, yes, our room floweth over. And as we move backwards through the letter K, well, a couple of you mentioned you were really looking forward to getting to Kodály. And so here we are, Zoltán Kodály. And I've got a good pile of Zoltán Kodály. Yes, 100 recordings of the Hungary suite, but also a lot of other interesting stuff. And those of you who are Kodályicists are going to find many things to delight you here. I guarantee it. But first, we begin with the Hungary suite. This one and the theater overture, which is really fun. No one ever plays it. It's a big, long, 15-minute sucker. It's terrific. It's coupled with Mazeppa and the Mephisto Waltz by Liszt with the New York Phil and Court Mazur. One of his better Teldec Court Mazur New York Phil recordings. He did a few that were really good. He did, and this was one of them. The orchestra plays really, really well for him, and that helps. Then we've got this one, the Hungary suite with the Maroshek dances and the dances of Galanta with the Philharmonia Hungarica under Antal Dorati, along with Bartók's Hungarian sketches and Romanian folk dances on Mercury Living Presence. Dorati did wonderful things with the Philharmonia Hungarica, including the complete Haydn symphonies, to keep them employed. They were refugees from the 1956 revolution, and they formed their own orchestra. And Dorati deserves tremendous credit for giving them as much support as he could and getting them recording contracts. And so here it is. These are not the greatest recordings in the world or performances. They were a good band, but there are better. Let's not kid ourselves. But they're idiomatic. That you can certainly say. And very well recorded, of course, because it's Mercury Living Presence. Then we've got this thing, the Orpheus Chamber Orchestra, doing works by Kodály and Josef Suk. So that's kind of cool. You've got the Hungarian Rondo and Summer Evening, a beautiful, beautiful tone poem, kind of like Delius Goes to Hungary, something like that. And then the Suk Serenade for Strings, Opus 6, a beautiful, beautiful record that no one pays attention to. No one paid attention to when it came out. We've got Telarc, the Hungary suite, the Galanta dances, and the Peacock variations with, this is Joel Levy in the Atlanta Symphony. Very, very nicely done, and of course, brilliantly recorded, and it's really fun, and all the Levy Atlanta stuff should be boxed up. The thing about Telarc is that Telarc recorded things in chunks, in sensible chunks. So you've got like the Cleveland recordings, you've got the McCarris recordings, you've got the Atlanta recordings. They worked with regular artists and ensembles. So the whole catalog, basically, is extremely box-upable, but they won't box up anything. They had Cincinnati with Lopez Cobos and then Pavel Yarvi. Really, they could do some terrific big boxes and sell them, but there's nobody even to talk to about it. Then we've got Hungary, but this is the whole thing with a narration in place of the dialogue. The narrator, if I'm not mistaken, was Peter Ustinov, isn't it? I think. Wasn't it? Yes, Peter Ustinov. There we go. I met Peter Ustinov. We had a wonderful dinner together at the Bergen Festival, along with Alfred Schnittke and the King of Norway. And I was in the press corps, and I got to sit right across from him. It was really, really fun. We had a terrific chat. He was such a brilliant guy. So you've got all the songs and the whole deal. You've also got the Peacock variations and the actual folk song that the Peacock variations are based on. The Salmos Hungaricus, which is glorious, with Lajos Kozma tenor, the Edinburgh Festival Chorus, the Brighton Festival Chorus, the Wandsworth School Boys Choir, the chorus of the London Symphony Orchestra, the London Symphony Orchestra, John Leach, cymbalomist, and Istvan Kertész. A classic Decca duo, one of Kertész's, Kertész's great thingies. What's this one? Oh, okay, Galanta dances, Maroshek dances, Peacock variations with the Czechoslovak Radio Symphony of Bratislava under Adrian Leeper. Not bad, not great. This was when Naxos was doing, pay to play, budget things with these Eastern European orchestras that would basically do anything for a buck, and they often did it well. We joke about it, of course, but these were serious efforts, and they were wonderful in getting all kinds of repertoire out there at a very reasonable price. So I hung on to this because it's a souvenir of what was. Now Naxos is like a major label. I mean, they've got major artists. It's the whole thing. But, I'm a little nostalgic for the beginnings. I mean, what was the year? What year was this recorded? 1991. So there you go. Then we've got, Kertész doing the same things we just talked about. But, this is a Australian eloquence piece of it. The Hari János, just the suite. And, not the whole thing. Now we've got the complete Hungariton Hari János with everything. Absolutely everything. And the musical numbers of the play. That's what this says. Actually, I don't think you've got like every single bit of dialogue in it, but here they all are. There's this one, because there's just tons and tons of dialogue. Hari János, it's kind of like Orff, Der Mond and Die Kluge, all that fun singing is interspersed by acres of talking, and so you got to, or the magic flute, that sort of thing. Then we've got the Spinning Room, lyrical play in one act on folk texts. So here it is. We also have the Monar Anna Shekeli Ballad and Kadar Kata Shekeli Ballad. And this is with Ferencik and the Hungarian Radio Television Chorus and Budapest Phil and the Budapest Symphony with Georgi Lehel, and the Kalo Double Dance is on here too. I mean, it's all kinds of strange Kodály stuff that you've never heard. This one was, by the way, Ferencik with the Hungarian State Opera Chorus and Orchestra, so we get that straight. So these I've saved forever because who else is going to do them? And Hungariton seems to not care much about its legacy of great recordings of Hungarian music by Hungarian composers. I don't know why. Then we've got this thing, Salmus Hungarius, Hungaricus, the Marosek dances, the Galanta dances, with the Bela Bartók Children's Chorus of Győr, the Hungarian State Chorus, András Molnár tenor, the Budapest Festival Orchestra, conducted by Ivan Fischer. And that's wonderful. Yeah, before they were like international things on Philips. They made recordings for Hungariton. Then we've got his string quartets, numbers 1 and 2. Number 1 is an early work, a big, huge, 38-minute long, Germanic string quartet. And number 2 is much perkier and only 18 minutes long with the Kodály Quartet on Hungariton. So that's wonderful. And we've got his, the Budvari Te Deum. Beautiful, beautiful work. Absolutely gorgeous. The Te Deum of Buda Castle and his Missa Brevis, which actually friends of mine sang. I wasn't in the Glee Club when they did it, but I saw them do it. And we've got the Hungarian Radio and Television Chorus, the Budapest Symphony under János Ferencik. I mean, these are glorious works, these Kodály choral works with, orchestra. And they don't get recorded often. They're not well known. And they deserve to be. I mean, he was really a vocal music guy. He was a folk song collector and choral music and song composer more than anything else. So we've got the Sonata for Solo Cello, the Sonata for Cello and Piano, and the Serenade for 2 violins and viola. Charming, delicious little chamber masterpieces. The Sonata for Solo Cello is huge, and it's a major, major work. It's 32 minutes long with Miklos Perenyi cello and Jando, remember him? Piano, and Vilmos Tatrai and Istvan Varkonyi, the Tatrai Quartet, remember them? And Georgi Konrad viola. It's just wonderful performances by great Hungarian musicians. This is worth hanging on to just to have mementos of these artists because they're just wonderful artists. János Ferencik doing the Hari János Suite and the Concerto for Orchestra from 1939. It precedes Bartók's. It's one of the earliest concerto for orchestras out there. I think Hindemith's was a little earlier, but it's a delightful neoclassical piece, really just charming. And there we go. So there's that one. And then we've got Hungarian Festival. Festival Hongrois, Ungarisches Festival. This is on the Hungarian State Orchestra with Matthias Antal. And it has the Hari János Suite, of course, List Hungarian Rhapsodies, numbers 1, 2, and 6, which were originally numbers 14, 12, and 9. Jeno Hupai, the scene from the Csarda, Opus 32, number 4, and Berlioz' Rákóczi March. Yeah, on Naxos. There's that thing. What is this? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, baby, do me. Vienna Phil, Rudolf Kempe. This is a Japanese EMI, and it's got the Tchaikovsky, the Reznicek Donna Diana Overture, the theme and variations from Tchaikovsky's Third Orchestral Suite, the Hariano Suite, and what else is there here? Ballet music, Die Puppen something by Bayer. Yes, Die Puppen, the fairy puppet thing. Yes, that thing. And who's this guy? Kodovac or Korovac. I don't get so tiny you can't read this thing. And Heuberger, the Opernball Overture. Okay, good enough. So this is the Homage to the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra 2, Volume 17. You know, the Japanese labels did all these epic series of everything. And so this is the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra, second series, Volume 17, with Kempe. So I grabbed it because it was, available if I could. And where else are you going to find it? And, so that was necessary. And then we've got, the Chandos thing, Chicago Symphony, Nimi Yarvi, Hariano Suite, Peacock Variations, Galanta Dances. Not one of his better recordings. Ha-ha. Bet you thought I was going to say amazing, fabulous, terrific. No, actually it isn't. It's okay. It's a little bit rough and ready, not as exciting and not as precise. And I was a little disappointed in this, frankly. I was. So there you go. You see? Not everything that these people do is equally fabulous. Georgi Lehel with the Budapest Symphony doing the Peacock, Galanta dances, Marashek dances. Well, there you go. With on Hungariton. And Kodály Works for Cello, the complete Works for Cello, with Miklos Perenyi, Denis Varyan, Gabor Takács Nagy. And we've got, it's just lots of stuff here. There's a whole big pile of stuff for cello. There's Bach Kodály, 3 choral preludes. Well, that's interesting. Duo for violin and cello. That's a major work. The Sonata Movement from 1909 is 11 minutes. We've got the Cello Sonata, Hungarian Folk Songs Rondo, which is 10 minutes long. My God, that's huge. The Capriccio for cello, well, that's short. Epigrams from 1954, 15 minutes. The Bach Kodály Prelude and Fugue from the Well-Tempered Clavier, Book 1, Number 8. And the Solo Cello Sonata. So there you go, all the cello stuff. You wrote a good bit of cello stuff. It all fits on 3 discs, if I'm not mistaken. And finally, something to chuckle at. Mephisto Magic with Georg Schulte. Georg Schulte, if you want to call him that. You got the Mephisto Waltz number 1, the Hungarian Rhapsody number 2, Bartók's Hungarian Sketches, Leo Weiner's Prince Songor und die Kobolde, Introduction and Scherzo, the Bartók Romanian Folk Dances, and the Hariano Suite with Chicago Symphony and Schulte. It's fun. Let's not kid ourselves. It's fun. Actually, it's not the best Hariano Suite either. Also with Chicago. I don't know, maybe it was a Chicago thing. Neither Yarvi nor Schulte, I think, did their best at it. But what the heck? So that's Kodály. That's a serious pile of stuff. All you Kodályicists, go have a good time. And keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.